Hi, I'm Dr. James Porter. Let me ask you something that might surprise you. Have you ever wondered why two people, both over 60, live such different lives? One still walks every morning, plays with the grandkids, and feels sharp, while the other struggles just to get out of a chair, feels tired all day, and slowly gives up on the things they once loved. How can the same number of birthdays lead to such a different quality of life? The answer isn't luck, and it isn't just genetics. It comes down to daily habits, tiny choices that either protect your independence or quietly steal it away. And here's the truth. Most seniors are missing these habits without even realizing it. Think about this for a moment. After 60, your body goes through changes you can't see in the mirror. Your muscles begin to shrink, a condition called sarcopenia. Your bones lose density. Your balance becomes less stable. Even your brain, the very engine of your independence, starts to slow if you don't give it the right stimulation. You might feel it in small ways. Climbing stairs takes more effort, reading at night feels harder, or you wake up without the same energy you once had. These aren't just signs of aging. They are signals that your daily routine is missing critical fuel. Now here's the Herencun part. Researchers have discovered that seniors who add just a few simple habits to their daily lives can feel 10 years younger in strength, energy, and clarity. Imagine waking up without stiffness, walking without fear of falling, remembering names and details easily, and enjoying meals without feeling drained afterward. It isn't a fantasy, it's science. The question is, are you willing to learn and apply these habits starting today? Before we dive into them, let me be clear. These are not expensive supplements. They are not extreme workout routines. You don't need a personal trainer, a nutritionist, or a new gadget from the store. These are simple, proven, doctor-backed habits that anyone can do at home. The only requirement is consistency. Because it's not what you do once a month that changes your health. It's what you do every day. Think about your current routine. Do you reach for coffee first thing in the morning instead of water? Do you spend most of your day sitting because movement feels harder now? Do you eat meals that are heavy on bread, rice, or pasta, but light on protein? Do you spend long hours alone, maybe watching TV, with little real social or mental engagement? And do you brush off sleep problems, telling yourself it's just part of aging? If you answered yes to any of these, you're not alone. Millions of seniors are living the same way, and it's slowly stealing their independence. But here's the good news. You can change that story starting today. In the next few minutes, I'll show you the 5 habits that research and real patient experience have proven to be game changers. Habits that keep muscles strong, minds sharp, and sleep restorative. Habits that protect not just your health, but your freedom to live life on your terms. So here's my question to you. Do you want to spend the next 10 years slowly losing your independence? Or do you want to build a daily routine that gives you the energy, confidence, and clarity to enjoy life fully? The choice is in your hands. Stay with me, because once you understand these 5 habits, you'll realize how small changes can create massive results. And it all begins with the very first habit, something so simple that most people ignore it, yet it holds the power to change how you feel every single morning. Let's dive in. Let's start with the very first habit, and it might sound so simple that you're tempted to ignore it. But don't, because missing this one step is one of the biggest hidden reasons seniors lose strength, balance, and clarity. I'm talking about hydration. After the age of 60, your body's natural thirst signal weakens. That means your body can be dehydrated without you even realizing it. You don't always feel thirsty, but your muscles, your brain, and even your heart are quietly struggling. Mild dehydration doesn't just make you feel a little tired. It increases your risk of dizziness, poor memory, joint stiffness, constipation, and even dangerous falls. Think about how many times you've felt lightheaded when standing up or struggled with afternoon fatigue. Often, it's not age, it's dehydration. Science backs this up. Research from the National Institutes of Health shows that seniors with lower hydration levels perform worse on memory and balance tests than those who stay hydrated. Another study found that even losing as little as 2% of your body's water can reduce physical performance, slow reaction time, and make your muscles feel weaker. And here's the Heran-kun part. Most seniors walk around every single day mildly dehydrated without even knowing it. So what's the solution? Start every morning with 1 glass of water before anything else. Not coffee, not tea, not juice, just plain water. Your body has gone 6 to 8 hours overnight without fluids. First thing in the morning, your muscles are thirsty, your brain is dry, and your circulation is sluggish. That 1 glass of water is like oiling the engine before you turn on the car. It wakes up your cells, lubricates your joints, and restores blood flow. Add a squeeze of lemon for vitamin C and antioxidants, or a pinch of mineral salt for electrolytes, and you've just given your body the fuel it's been craving. Now let's talk about consistency. It's not just about drinking water once in the morning and forgetting the rest of the day. Aim for steady hydration, small amounts throughout the day. 8 cups is a general guideline, but the real secret is listening to your body. If your mouth feels dry, if your skin feels tight, or if you're constipated, these are warning signs that you're not drinking enough. And here's something most people don't know. By the time you feel thirsty, you're already dehydrated. Another important point, what you drink matters. Many seniors rely on coffee, tea, or soda as their main fluids. The problem? Caffeine and sugar can dehydrate your system further. Coffee in the morning is fine, but only after you've had water first. Make water your foundation, and then enjoy your other drinks in moderation. You'll notice the difference almost immediately. Let me give you an example from one of my patients, Margaret, age 72. She complained of feeling dizzy when standing, and her memory seemed to be slipping. She thought it was just aging. But when I asked her about her daily routine, she admitted she rarely drank plain water, maybe 1 glass a day. We changed one thing. Every morning, before coffee, she drank 1 full glass of water with lemon, and she aimed for 6 cups total by the end of the day. 2 weeks later, she told me, "Doctor, I feel like my brain turned back on. I don't feel foggy, and I don't grab the wall for balance anymore." That's the power of hydration. And here's the beauty. It costs nothing. No fancy supplements, no expensive equipment, just water. Think about that. The simplest daily habit can be the most powerful, and most people ignore it. Don't make that mistake. Every time you drink water, you're giving your muscles the fluid they need to contract, your brain the fuel it needs to focus, and your joints the lubrication they need to move without pain. So let me ask you, tomorrow morning, will you reach for coffee first? Or will you give your body what it truly needs? The choice you make in that moment sets the tone for your entire day. Start with water, and you've already won half the battle. Hydration is not just about quenching thirst. It's about protecting independence. A hydrated body walks steadier, thinks clearer, and feels younger. And when you stack this habit with the others you're about to learn, the results multiply. So begin with water, because without it, nothing else works. In the next part, we'll look at another habit that takes just 10 minutes a day, but can transform your strength, balance, and confidence more than any pill ever could. Stay with me. Now let's move to the second daily habit, and this one is the closest thing we have to real medicine without a prescription. I'm talking about movement. After 60, one of the biggest dangers isn't just disease. It's inactivity. Muscles weaken, joints stiffen, and circulation slows when you sit too long. You may think, I'm just resting. But in reality, your body is shutting down piece by piece. The human body was designed to move, and when it doesn't, every system begins to decline. Here's something many seniors don't know. You don't need hours at the gym. You don't need heavy weights. You don't even need to leave your home. Just 10 minutes of gentle, low-impact movement each day can completely change your future. Walking around the block, stretching in your living room, or doing simple chair yoga, all of these signal to your muscles and bones that they must stay alive and strong. Science proves this. A Harvard Medical School study on aging showed that seniors who walked just 15 minutes a day had a 22% lower risk of death over the next decade compared to those who didn't walk at all. Think about that. Just a short walk can literally add years to your life. Another study published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society found that even light activity like standing up frequently or slow-paced walking reduced the risk of disability and improved independence. This means you don't have to run marathons. You simply have to move. Let's make it practical. Set a timer for 10 minutes after breakfast or lunch. Use that time to move your body in any way you enjoy. Walk around your house, do arm circles, march in place, or stretch gently. If you can do more, that's wonderful. But even those 10 minutes send a powerful message to your body. Don't shut down, keep working. And here's another Heron Kuhn fact. Movement isn't just for muscles. When you move, your heart pumps stronger, delivering oxygen to your brain. That improves memory, mood, and even reduces the risk of dementia. Your digestion works better, your immune system gets stronger, and your sleep at night becomes deeper. That's why movement is often called the miracle drug. I'll never forget one of my patients, Robert, age 74. He told me he felt too old to exercise. He mostly sat, watched TV, and used a cane for balance. We started small, just 10 minutes of walking every day around his garden. At first, he needed support. Within 3 weeks, his steps were steadier. After 2 months, he told me, "Doctor, I don't need the cane around the house anymore. I feel like my legs woke up again." That's the power of consistency. Now I know what some of you are thinking. But I have knee pain. I have arthritis. I can't do intense exercise. And here's the truth. You don't need intensity. You need frequency. Movement doesn't have to hurt to help. In fact, gentle motion lubricates your joints, eases stiffness, and reduces pain. The worst thing you can do for arthritis is to stop moving. And remember, this isn't just about exercise. It's about reclaiming your freedom. 10 minutes of movement today means you'll be able to climb stairs next year, play with your grandkids, or go shopping without fear of falling. Every step is an investment in your independence. So here's my challenge for you. Tomorrow, give yourself 10 minutes. Walk, stretch, move your arms, do anything that feels comfortable. No excuses. If you can watch TV, you can march in place. If you can sit in a chair, you can do simple stretches. Start where you are, use what you have, and never underestimate what 10 minutes can do. Because at the end of the day, movement is life. And if you want life after 60 to feel vibrant, independent, and free, you must move. In the next part, we'll explore another daily habit that doesn't require movement at all, but has just as much power. In fact, it's the single most important fuel your muscles need to stay alive. Stay with me, because without this one thing, all the movement in the world won't be enough. Now let's talk about the third daily habit. And this one may be the most important of all when it comes to stopping muscle loss after 60. That habit is eating protein at every single meal. Here's something many seniors don't realize. Muscle loss after 60 isn't just about getting older. It's about missing protein. Your muscles are made of protein, and every day they break down and need rebuilding. If your meals don't provide enough of it, your body has no choice but to take protein from your own muscles. That's why seniors often notice shrinking arms, weaker legs, and difficulty lifting simple objects. Science proves this. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that adults over 65 who ate at least 25 to 30 grams of protein per meal had significantly more muscle mass and strength compared to those who ate less. Another research paper from the NIH confirmed that seniors actually need more protein than younger adults just to maintain the same level of strength. That means if you're eating the same way you did at 40, it's not enough anymore. Now let's make this practical. What does 25 to 30 grams of protein look like? 1 cup of cottage cheese, a piece of salmon or chicken the size of your palm, a cup of lentils or black beans, 2 eggs with a slice of cheese. Even a spoonful of natural peanut butter can add an extra boost. The key isn't to eat a giant steak once a day. The key is to spread protein across all your meals. breakfast, lunch, and dinner should all have a source of protein. Why? Because your muscles can only use so much at once. Giving your body steady fuel 3 times a day means your muscles get a constant supply of building blocks. Let me give you an example. I worked with a patient named Ellen, 69 years old. She told me, "Doctor, I feel weaker every year. I can't even carry groceries anymore." When I looked at her diet, I noticed she had toast for breakfast, pasta for lunch, and soup for dinner. Hardly any protein. We made one small change. She added Greek yogurt with nuts in the morning, tuna on whole grain bread at lunch, and beans with vegetables at dinner. Within 2 months, she said, "I feel stronger, my legs don't shake when I climb stairs, and I can carry my shopping bags again." That's the power of protein. And here's something many people overlook. Protein isn't just for muscles. It also supports your immune system, helps repair skin, and keeps your hormones balanced. Protein even helps you feel full longer, which prevents overeating junk food and keeps blood sugar steady. But there's one more Haran-kun fact. Timing matters. Eating protein before bed can actually protect your muscles overnight. Remember, your body repairs itself while you sleep. If you go to bed without protein, your body may break down muscle instead of building it. That's why a small serving of cottage cheese, yogurt, or even a boiled egg in the evening can make a huge difference. Now, I know some seniors worry about protein and kidney health. Here's the truth. If you already have advanced kidney disease, yes, you need special advice from your doctor. But for healthy seniors, multiple studies show that higher protein intake is safe and beneficial. In fact, it protects against frailty and weakness. So here's my challenge. Look at your plate today. Does it include a strong source of protein, or is it mostly carbs and snacks? Ask yourself, is this meal fueling my muscles or stealing from them? Because here's the reality. Without enough protein, your muscles slowly fade. But with the right amount at every meal, you're not just eating, you're rebuilding. Every bite is an investment in your independence. So as you plan your next meal, remember this. Protein is not optional after 60. It's your lifeline. And when combined with hydration and movement, it becomes the ultimate shield against muscle loss. In the next part, we'll talk about 2 final habits, one for your brain and one for your sleep. These habits don't just keep you strong physically, they protect your memory, reduce loneliness, and give your body the recovery it needs to keep fighting for you every single day. Stay with me, because the last 2 habits may surprise you the most. Now let's move into the final 2 habits, and I want you to pay close attention because these aren't just about muscles or diet. They're about your independence, your memory, and even your happiness. Habit number 4 is brain and social stimulation. Let me ask you a Haran-kun question. Did you know loneliness can be just as harmful to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day? That's not an exaggeration. That's a finding published in the Journal of the American Medical Association. Seniors who stay socially connected live longer, think clearer, and recover faster from illness. Why? Because your brain is like a muscle. If you don't use it, it weakens. And when your brain slows down, your balance, your memory, and even your motivation decline. Think about it. How many days go by where you don't really engage with anyone deeply? Maybe you watch TV, maybe you scroll your phone, but your brain isn't challenged. Over time, this quiet isolation chips away at your strength just as much as missed protein or skipped exercise. The solution doesn't have to be complicated. A 10-minute phone call with a friend, reading a new book, trying a crossword puzzle, or even joining a community group once a week. All of these spark new connections in your brain. And here's the amazing part. Studies show that regular mental and social engagement reduces the risk of dementia by as much as 30%. That's like giving your brain a shield against decline. One of my patients, Helen, age 78, told me she felt her memory slipping. She lived alone and barely spoke to anyone during the day. We set a simple goal. She would call her sister every morning for 15 minutes and do one crossword puzzle each evening. Within weeks, she said, "Doctor, I feel sharper, my mind doesn't wander, and I don't feel as lonely." That's the real power of stimulation. Your mind wakes up and your body follows. Now, habit number 5, protecting your sleep. Many seniors accept poor sleep as just part of aging, but the truth is, sleep is your body's most powerful repair tool. During deep sleep, your muscles rebuild, your hormones reset, and your memory is organized. Without it, your body never truly recovers. That's why sleep problems lead to fatigue, falls, mood swings, and even higher risk of memory loss. Here's the science. A study from the National Institute on Aging found that seniors who get less than 6 hours of quality sleep per night have significantly higher rates of cognitive decline and frailty. In other words, sleep is not optional, it's survival. So how do you protect your sleep? Build a bedtime ritual. 1 hour before bed, turn off screens and dim the lights. Read a book, listen to calm music, or practice gentle breathing. Keep your room cool and dark. And here's a tip most people don't know. Have a light protein snack before bed, like cottage cheese or Greek yogurt. Why? Because protein provides amino acids that your muscles use to repair while you sleep. That's like fueling your body's night shift workers so they can get the job done. I'll share the story of Frank, 70 years old. He told me he never slept more than 4 or 5 hours a night, and he felt exhausted every morning. We added 2 simple steps: no screens 1 hour before bed, and a small bowl of yogurt before sleep. Within 3 weeks, Frank said, "Doctor, I wake up with energy. I don't feel like I'm dragging myself through the day anymore." That's the power of sleep. So let's bring it all together. 5 habits: hydration, movement, protein, brain stimulation, and sleep. Simple, affordable, and life-changing. None of these require expensive pills or complicated routines. They require intention. They require consistency. Here's my question for you. Which of these 5 habits will you start tonight? Will you drink that first glass of water? Will you walk for 10 minutes? Will you add protein to your plate? Will you call a friend or solve a puzzle? Will you turn off the TV an hour earlier and prepare for real sleep? Because here's the truth. Aging is inevitable, but weakness is optional. If you choose these habits, you choose independence. You choose clarity. You choose life. And if this message helped you, I'd be grateful if you liked this video, shared it with someone who needs it, and subscribed for more doctor-backed advice every week. Remember, your body and your mind are always trying to heal you. You just have to give them the chance.